This week in the frame shop, we framed up these Shinwasuri panels. Now, I apologize for butchering that word with my Texas accent, but that's what they are. These are traditional wallpaper panels. So they started out as a paper substrate, and then they have a very sheer layer of silk on top, and then they're hand painted. These are absolutely gorgeous, and this is a design trend that we're seeing a lot of designers take advantage of. There's some advantages of doing it this way. For one thing, you don't have to buy a lot of panels to go from one corner of the room to the next corner of the room. In this case, you could buy 3 and frame them as art. This gives you some advantages of being able to take it with you. You can move it around, and it takes fewer panels to do it. Now, we're doing this more and more. I have actually a whole series of videos here on YouTube about different wallpaper projects that we've done. So if you look down below, you'll see a little thumbs up button. That's a like button. Please click that. Please subscribe to our channel. And if you go to our homepage, you can see a playlist of all of the wallpaper videos that we've made all grouped together, so you can see a lot more ideas of things that we've done. Now, we're seeing these framed wallpaper panels as art, as a new design trend, but we can also create custom wallpaper for you. Now, our wallpaper is going to be vinyl, but we can create a custom image that you wouldn't find anywhere else. They can be up to 54 inches wide and by any length, so they're large panels that can either be applied directly to the wall or framed like this. So this is a fun trend. Give us a call and let us help you get in on this new design trend with custom wallpapers, and I will see you next time in the frame shop. This week in the frame shop, our client resourced 4 large wallpaper murals online. Now, the website wasn't very specific about the details, and our client thought or assumed that this piece would come in one large piece. So she asked us to stretch it like you would a canvas, a gallery wrap canvas. So this is a gallery wrap canvas. You've probably seen this. It's on a thick stretcher bar, and usually the image goes around the side, or the side is finished. So you can hang the piece just like this. You could put it in a floater frame if you want, but it's good to go just like this. And so that was the idea here. These wallpaper pieces were very inexpensive, probably from China, and the designer wanted to make a big impact, a big piece for a very budget cost. So we gave a quote on that, and when they came in, big surprise, they were actually in strips. So this is really just standard vinyl wallpaper. You would need to paste the back of this, mount it on the wall. You need a wallpaper installer to do that. So when we received this, then we had to figure out a way to shift and come up with a different plan. So just for the record, we could in fact mount this all as one piece, but that would involve a couple of sheets of plywood. It would be heavy. We'd need to bring in our wallpaper installer to make all of that happen, and so that blows the budget. So our solution was to frame each panel individually, and by doing this, we were able to do all the work in-house. These are on gator foam, and then we just put a very simple little white aluminum frame around it, and that kept our cost reasonable, and the pieces can be hung close together, so you still kind of get the look of one piece with using 3 separate panels. So there's almost always a way around. This is the 3-panel set. There was also a 4-panel set. The 4-panel set is 8 foot by 8 foot, so it's a really large piece. So bring us your interesting large pieces, your challenges. We're here to help you, and follow us on YouTube. And I will see you next time in the frame shop. This week in the frame shop, we have a very unusual project. This is a designer Hermes silk scarf. Now, we've done a number of these from different designers. We're seeing this as a trend where these scarves are being used as artwork instead of fashion. Now, there are a number of issues in framing these. They're silk, they're sheer, they're stretchy, and anything that you might put on it, say glue or tape or something, is going to show through, and of course that would damage the value of the piece also. So they have to be sewn on. Now, there is a tiny little 16th inch wide hem all the way around the outside of this, so you have to hide your threads in that little hem. So very tedious, but it can be done. And as you can see, they turn out very nice. So this project is very unusual because we had a number of requests from the client. This piece was featured in the October 2012 Texas Monthly magazine, and you can see this is the piece right here in the magazine. Now the article is about the Texas artist that created the piece of art that is on this scarf. So I'm going to put a link in the description so you can go check that out. It's an interesting article. You might want to read that. So in addition to the scarf, the client wanted to preserve the actual article out of the magazine, but they didn't want to damage their copies. So we contacted Texas Monthly. We were able to buy 2 back issues of this magazine. We had to buy 2 because it's printed on the front and back of the pages, so we had to cut up 2 magazines, and we've mounted the article and put it in a matching acrylic box here. Then, in addition to all of that, the client wanted to preserve their original magazines, and they wanted to be able to access them from inside the frame. So we built an additional acrylic box for the magazine to go in. So it slides in like that, and it's encased in its own little box. And then this slides in to the side of the frame, just like that. So pretty cool. We achieved all of their requests, all of their goals. Very unusual project. I'm really proud of this. Stick around to the end of the video. I'm going to do a little slideshow to show you some of the process. Look below and subscribe and like the video. Also go check out that Texas Monthly article link that's in the description. And of course, give us a call with your creative, unusual, and strange requests. We'll do our best. And I'll see you next time in the Frame Shop. This week in the Frame Shop, we've been working on this Gucci wallpaper mural. Now we're seeing this trend of designer wallpapers. We've done Dugournet and Gracie panels. These are traditional wallpaper, so it starts out as paper. Usually there's either a really sheer silk mounted on top of the paper, or sometimes rice paper or even gold leaf. These wallpapers are really beautiful, and they make a great picture. And what we're seeing, the trend is using them as a framed picture versus putting them on the wall as wallpaper. Now, you have the advantage of being able to take it with you, and of course you don't have to buy as many panels, to go from one corner to the next corner. You can, in this case, there was 3 panels. So there's 3 panels here. It's about 80 inches wide and 96 inches in height. So we had to do some fancy work in the back. There are 5 pieces of wood here. There are 3 1/4-inch vertical pieces of plywood, and then there are 2 horizontal pieces of 1/2-inch MDF. So when you laminate the wood together in opposite directions like this, that of course makes it really strong. So we put that together. There's also a heavy-duty cleat in the back for hanging. So let's take a quick look at how all of this went together. As you can see, this piece is large and very heavy, and in fact we're back here in the Frame Shop today because this piece is going out the overhead door over here. It doesn't fit through the regular doors in the front. So you have to do some special engineering to hang these. In this case, the picture frame is really just decorative. It's very heavy, so we have to bolt the cleat onto the back before all of this is assembled, and then the frame around the outside just trims it out. And that's another trend that we're seeing, putting large pieces like this and even mirrors into really small skinny frames. In this case, this is a 1/4-inch wide aluminum metal picture frame. So it's very skinny, and this frame is designed to space the picture kind of towards the back. So I'm going to put in a close-up picture here so you can see it. All right, so as you can tell, I'm really excited about this piece. I think it turned out really nice, and I love the little metallic frame on it. So if you have something large, mirrors, wallpaper like this, we have a system for doing this, mounting it on the wall, making it secure even in this skinny little frame. So there is a like button right down here, a thumbs up, give that a check, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you next time in the frame shop. This week in the frame shop, we framed up these 2 silk scarves. Now, these pieces are on silk, so they're very thin and sheer and stretchy, so it's quite a challenge to get them in the frame, and they have to be hand sewn right on the very edge of the hem along the side. And these make a great presentation. There's a lot of these out there. A lot of the designers like Chanel and Hermes make these scarves, and they are great as decoration. But if you don't want to invest in a very expensive designer scarf, there's lots of fabric pieces out there that you can frame up. Etsy's actually a good source for some cool stuff. But we have the expertise and the experience to do fabrics of different kinds and scarves. We've also done a scarf similar to this that we sandwiched between 2 pieces of acrylic, so it was frameless, kind of floating on the wall, and that turned out really nice. So bring us your fabrics and crochet, anything like that. We can help you out. Follow us on YouTube. Check out our website at artifactsart.com, and I'll see you next time in the frame shop.